cold water only in the name of a disciple, verily I say unto you, he shall in no wise lose his reward.
That's right, man. And we're the little ones, man. And what we doing to the rest of the brethren right now? We're feeding you, we're clothing you, we're housing you. What? This word, man. This truth. You know, we're being a comfort unto you. You know?
That's good. This is Matthew 25 and 40. And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me. Then shall he say unto them on the left hand, Depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels.
Yeah, you're gonna die in that thermonuclear fire, man. Because you always gotta have, hey man, I made mistakes, but I always went back and asked for forgiveness and didn't just say it with words, did it with actions, man. You know, not to even talk about it, but just for example, man, because everything that we're doing is a lesson, is an example. Things that we go through is just to see how we react to it, man. If we have forgiveness, if we have mercy, if we have repentance, if we are really about what we say we're about when we come out here and teach, are we applying the scriptures? These 2/3, they don't apply the scriptures, man. They don't, and that's the reason why this is Judgment Day, man. You're either gonna be judged in wickedness or you're gonna be judged in righteousness, man. There ain't no in between.
Yeah. For I was in hunger, and you gave me no meat. I was thirsty, and you gave me no drink. I was a stranger, and you took me not in. Naked, and you clothed me not. Sick and in prison, and you visited me not. Then shall they also answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee in hungered, or athirst, or a stranger, or naked, or sick, or in prison, and did not minister unto thee? Then shall he say unto them, saying, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as he did it not to one of the least of these, he did it not to me. And these shall go away into everlasting punishment, but the righteous into life eternal.
That's right, man. Hey, because I was like meditating, what if there's like, I know angels see everything, right? They report back to the Most High. And angels can take the form, a physical form, and look like they're a human being, right? Going back to Lot during the time of Sodom and Gomorrah, and the men of Sodom wanted to have sex with the 2 men, which were angels. Well, if there's an angel in the camp, man, and you're treating him like shit, or he's watching you treat another brother like shit, and he just, you know, or passing by the camp, man. That's why you always gotta treat the brother that's next to you as if he's the Yahweh Shai, man. You know? But 2/3, look how the 2/3 act, man. They'll shoot you 6 times in the chest, and then when you beg for mercy, they'll come back, blow you in the head, and then kick you, man. That's vicious, man. Matter of fact, since you're already in Matthew, can you give me the 24th chapter, I believe 13th verse?
Hey, look at what these cartels do, man. You owe somebody some money. The cartels snatch you up, put you in a fucking tub full of oil, and light you on fire, man. Yeah, that's vicious, right? That's fucking.
Well, I think Antiochus is doing that too.
Antiochus?
Antiochus?
Yeah.
I think he was doing that. I believe in the Maccabees he was doing that too.
He was putting motherfuckers in frying pans.
Yeah, same thing.
Same thing.
Oh? Got it?
Yeah, this is Matthew 24, and I'm going to start at 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then
In fact, you should just start up. Start at verse 6.
this is Matthew 24 and 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Yeah, the end is not yet, man. You ain't seen nothing yet, man. But as each and every day passes, we're getting closer and closer, man. Closer and closer, man. That's why over the past maybe 15, 25 years, Esau has really been pushing that whole Mad Max, Doomsday, Walking Dead type scenario, man. He's showing you a glimpse of what's gonna happen, man. Even going back to the second Ezra 15 and 16 chapters, man. You know, people ain't gonna have no pity, man, on their fellow neighbor, man. Which neighbor meaning brother, man. They're gonna be raping your wife, raping your woman. You thought you was chilling right now, and that day when there's not that much food, when food is scarce, man, your best friend that you thought was your homie growing up, they might just hit you over the head with a frying pan, man, and then rape your woman, man, just for a piece of bread, man, moldy bread, man. You know?
It says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom.
That's what you got happening right now on the world stage, man. You even got the Pentagon writing war plans to attack Iran right now, man. Because that's a major war that's going to happen in the Middle East too. You know, during the Gulf, Persian Gulf. You know, because the Carmanians, they're the Persians that it talks about in the second Ezra, the 15th chapter. Iran, which later changed its name from Persia, is talked about in Ezekiel the 38th chapter, man. As Russia being a guard onto them, man. So once they go and do that, because you know that I forget the general's name, he was giving a list of all these different countries that they were going to attack and go through, which were mainly countries that didn't have a Rothschild central bank, you know, or something like that. No, it was like I forgot his name, but it wasn't Pompeo. I think it was back in like the early 2000s. Oh, I think General Wesley Clark, if I'm not mistaken. You know, and Iran is one of the major ones left. It's Iran and I believe North Korea, man. The only ones left. So it's not a coincidence that they're pushing all this propaganda to prepare the minds to say, oh, these are the enemies, these are the terrorists now, man.
Yeah, because Esau just labeled Iran's...
Revolutionary Guard?
Yeah, his Revolutionary Guard, which the guard is somebody on the defensive. Just like America got the National Guard. Okay, he's labeled their Revolutionary Guard as an elite terrorist group, man. So when they go to defend their country from a foreign invasion such as America, it's going to drag all America's allies, including you, 2/3 that are drafted in its military, into really believing that these people in Iran are the source of terror. When in all reality, the source of terror on the left hand is Esau, man. You know, he's the guy causing all these problems in the earth, man. He's destroying the earth literally, man. Chopping down all the trees, okay? Poisoning your children, giving plagues to your children, poisoning the food that is given to your children. This guy's a real terrorist, Esau. The so-called white woman, man, and child, man. You know? This is verse 7. For a nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places.
Yeah, man. Earthquakes, famines, earthquakes, pestilences, in diverse places. But hey, man, I don't know if y'all brothers do it or if you even look at the maps, but just like when you go to CDC and you see the HIV infection just for one pestilence, right? In America, that shit is red as fuck, man.
Well, now they got super candida, weaponized candida,
which is all made in the laboratory, man.
CDC.
You know, all these different diseases, and they're gonna unleash more. There was a story a couple years back that they're trying to bring back the bubonic plague, man. And I think a guy and his dog contracted it or something. I think in Colorado or whatever, one of those mountainous regions.
They said they were even finding it in Morocco and like around Africa, you know.
It's out there in Madagascar.
There you go, Slug.
South
Madagascar.
Madagascar.
You know.
And they put that shit out there.
Yeah. And they don't say anything about Ebola now. Remember Ebola finally made its way to American soil? What happened, man? Because that's a very highly contagious pathogen, man. You know, that is airborne at that, man. If you ever watched that one movie back in the day about it, I forget what it's called. I think it was called Outbreak or something like that.
Contagion.
It wasn't Contagion, it was like an older movie, man. And then you got all these different earthquakes happening. I believe there was like 7,000 earthquakes that happened in 1 week in 2018, man. During the fall month, man. And they're not even happening on what they call the ring of fire, where the tectonic plates rub together or whatever, man. They're happening in diverse places, man. You know?
This is 2 Ezra 15 and 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. The sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled.
Yeah, man, wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth. The sins of this place has reached onto heaven, man. As it says in Revelation, their wickedness has reached onto heaven. So the Most High is very aware of this place, man. See, when I was growing up, yeah, you heard about things happening, people dying in mass number, but it's almost every week now, man. And people just blow it over their shoulder, they brush it off because it's not happening to them. It's not happening in Modesto, it's not happening in Fresno or San Francisco, mass number of people, man. You know, but it's happening, man. Just like we read the first verse we brought out, many shall be taken in great number, man. You know, 200 million missiles are gonna hit America, man. Completely wiping it out, man. That's gonna be a lot of death, man. You know? Keep going.
Verse 8, Matthew 24 and 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows.
Yeah, all these are the beginning of sorrows, man. You know? When all this goes down, man. Beginning. That's the reason why later on in the chapter it says you gotta make yourself hard, endure hardness as a good soldier, man. You know? Keep going.
Yeah, because like the brother was saying, this is the beginning. It has just begun. We're barely starting to see what the Lord is bringing, man. You know, because there ain't earthquakes going on that are killing whole cities like they should. But soon they're going to pick up to that state, man. To where the CDC unleashes these crazy plagues. You know, like the brother was going into that movie, or that TV show called, what was it called? Black Summer?
Yeah, Black Summer.
Where I was watching, it's on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
They show you there's martial law troops out there protecting you people from this plague. And me and this brother, Rapa'ala, were talking about what the Nazis were doing during the old Nazi Germany days. How they were messing with different diseases to concoct plagues and stuff to reanimate the body. Like how they show you movies like Resident Evil, things like that. These things are being made, man. You know, they have a corporation in Resident Evil called Umbrella. And they were concocting a virus to turn people into zombies, man. Esau doing that, man. They show you that in that movie, I Am Legend.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Yeah, and that's the spirit, because I had just watched that movie the other day. How they were finding a vaccine to cure cancer, and it just so happened to be that zombie virus.
Yeah, that's gonna be the RFID chip, man.
You know, various different plagues. And then, yeah, the RFID chip, like they say, if you go to take it out, it'll identify that you're going to take it out, and then something crazy could happen. They release a virus like that, you know?
Well, you're not supposed to be putting no foreign object in your body anyway, man. Because your body is a masterpiece, man. How it can fight off different things, man, and protect you and heal itself. You know, here it is, you watching all these comments about different superheroes or superpowers, not knowing that your own body has a lot of those properties, man. But when you put a foreign object in it, like the RFID microchip, what's going to happen? It's going to cause cancer, man. It's going to cause sores. It's going to cause boils, you know? And a lot of people are just going to be, yeah, man. A lot of people just going to get cut off. Esau's going to be like feeling one day when he wakes up, I don't want to kill about X amount of people. I want to turn off their chip, man. Now when you go to one of these stores, you thinking you're going to get a good meal, and you're going to have to run out of there with a 5-finger discount, man. You know? Starving and shit, man. Scriptures.
I got you. You got something?
Nah.
Yeah, bring Isaiah.
There's Isaiah 29:6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai of hosts, with thunder, and with earthquake, and great noise, with storm, and tempest, and the flame of devouring fire.
Oh, you know what? That's what I was thinking of earlier. We were talking about the beginning of the sorrow. Because hey, look, we're at the very beginnings of sorrows right now. Because what does it tell you in the scriptures? That all around the world, people are going to be feeling these plagues. America's going to be the last, y'all going to be the last assholes to feel it, right? Because this is Babylon the Great right here, man. All right, so all this stuff is going to be happening around you. You're watching it on the TV, not realizing that it's about to happen to you. And even while it's happening to you, you're still going to be so, hey, Jake's so hard-headed, man. These people are still going to be hardened to the point where they're going to be fighting against us, man. Even though everything that we're saying is actually happening to you. That's why the Lord's going to come as a thief in the night to these people. But to us, it's not, man. To us, it's slow. It's coming in waves, right? Because we see the buildup. These people, they can't see the buildup, right? They're going to, the whole time this place is collapsing, they're thinking that something's going to bring it back, you know? They're going to have some type of hope that America's going to be made great again, like Donald Trump said. You know?
Kind of like we would have healed Babylon, but she's not healed.
Exactly. And that's what these people are hoping for, all right? They're going to be hoping that America's going to be healed. But, you know, that in the midst of them doing all types of wickedness, because more and more wickedness is going to arise, right? To the point where you're going to see, because you already see it now, you see just like gang violence, red versus blue. Political parties are colored red and blue. And you see it on the map. You can see Democratic and Republican parties. You see red all in this area. You see blue all in this area. What do you think that is, man? Red versus blue?
To me, it's division, man.
That's division.
Because the kingdom cannot stand if it's divided against itself. So in every aspect, this kingdom America was destined to fall because it's so divided, man.
They're going to go to war with each other.
Yeah, even within our nation on this side, 2/3 of our people, man, they're divided. Just like you were saying, with the whole gang and whatnot, man. Their lands are divided by line.
And that's what you're going to start seeing with this political stuff, man. You're going to start seeing, and you already see terrorist groups like Antifa, all right?
White nationalists.
The white nationalists. So that's the spirit. That's exactly what I was about to say. The white nationalists. So you're going to see more and more of these groups popping up, all right? To where they're going to form gangs and militias. They're going to go to war with each other, man. All the way up until the point where you're going to see California going to war with Texas, man.
Well, that's what that movie Brunswick was about. It was about Texas splitting up with the whole Edomite colony states and making America great again, man. You had troops that were part of the Texas National Guard in Texas killing Jakes, man, causing a so-called PSYOP terrorist attack.
Oh, that's gonna happen, man.
Yeah, which it was really Esau, just with his black suits, his black, his military groups, different militia groups, just out there in different states killing Jake, man, killing Jake and blaming it on Jake, man.
They call it I think it's no sundown state or city or something. Where if you're like a Jake, you can't be out.
Well, that's martial law.
Yeah, that too. But there's actually cities in America where you call no sundown states.
You can't even walk through there.
Places like in the Ozarks and shit.
Well, I know, like back in the East and shit, they were making a documentary on it. You know. how Jake will be getting killed after dark, man. Because they really ain't welcome there, man.
Hey, just like that video you put up, Dabu 7 put up, where you got these militia groups that are apprehending so-called immigrants coming into the country, Mexicans and whatnot, and giving them to the border patrol. And then when you look at the comments, you see nothing but Edomites comment, yeah, take back our country, yeah, you know, that's what you're actually gonna have, man. You're gonna have Esau come together, and they're gonna take up arms to so-called take their country back, man.
Good old boys.
Good old boys, yeah. That's how you're gonna have a civil war.
It's gonna bring in that flood with those armies.
Yeah.
And the Most High is gonna lift up that standard, man.
See, this is all according to plan.
Yeah, because it's prophesied that Jake, even though they're 2/3, they're going to win the race war against Esau. You know, then Esau going to have to come through with that martial law, man. You know, that's what it's gearing up for, is a civil unrest. Okay, for all this chaos to be out here, so Esau can come through with the solution, man. Order out of chaos.
Yeah, because the economy is going to collapse. Who are all these Edomites going to blame for the economic collapse?
Well, they already blaming Jake.
Exactly. That's exactly who it's going to blame.
As soon as something goes wrong, they blaming Jake, man.
It's all these damn Mexicans.
It's always a nigga's fault.
Yeah, it's all these blacks and Hispanics taking over the country, and so they're gonna go to war. All right, they're gonna fight. They're gonna go to war, and then they're gonna have then the government's gonna step in and bring the military to start slapping everybody. Really, that's the purge right there.
Well, if you watched the last purge, it was the actual government coming in, killing everybody that was acting like they were the civilians.
Hey, they was going into project houses and taking them out level by level, families.
They were doing it systematically.
Systematic, and that's exactly what they're gonna do when they come through as a flood, according to Isaiah 59:19. And then, see, and this is all prophecy. We ain't bringing out scriptures. This is all spiritual. We're talking out of the scriptures. You know, we should bring out more scriptures, but the point being is that all this happening is going to lead to these countries that hate America saying, look, their economies collapsed, they're all fighting against each other, they're at war with each other, now's the time to blow the shit out of this place. So in the midst of martial law, in the midst of that, that's when you're going to get that televised prompt that nuclear missiles have been launched and they're heading towards America.
This is Zechariah chapter 9, verse 12. Turn ye to the stronghold, you prisoners of hope. Even today do I declare that I will render double unto thee.
Hey, which the stronghold is the name of Yahweh Shai. All right, and the faith, right, and the belief in that name, because the name don't work if you don't believe in it. You're just saying a name, and really, you're not even supposed to know that name if you don't believe it. That's a curse to you.
His name is dreadful to the heathen.
Hey, just like that movie Shazam. When he writes that dude's name, that wizard's name on the chalkboard, and she's like, man, this shit ain't real. She slaps the name, that bitch turns to dust. Ah! That's it.
That's exactly how it's going to be.
Yep.
When I have bent Judah for me, filled the bow with Ephraim, and raised up thy sons, O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece.
Hey, and this is the same thing that happened during the fall of the Roman Empire. You had all these so-called immigrants from these other nations coming flooding in Rome. And then what happened? You actually had a civil war within Rome. The economy of Rome collapsed. America's going to go down the same way, according to Ecclesiastes 1:9, because it tells you that there's only thing under the sun. And also in Revelation 13, that this is the head that was wounded unto death, that the deadly wound was healed. All right? So this is all prophecy, man. And this is the gift that has been given to brothers that's out here on the highways and byways to be able to see the vision. So you people have no foresight. You can't see the road that you're headed down. All right? Now, we ain't shit. We ain't perfect, man. We're sinners. We go off. All right? But the thing is that we believe in Yahweh Shai. All right? And we do this work. All right? That way, hopefully the Lord has mercy on us when this thing comes. Because who else believes in Yahweh? Who else believes in Yahweh Shai? You people don't. You people driving by, honking and shit, trying to put fear in brothers. That shit ain't gonna work, man. Because emotions go to the side when you serve the Lord, man. We feel emotions. Yeah, you know, I got children. Am I scared of something happening to them? I can't stand to see my baby fall and hurt and scrape her knee. But when it comes to Yahweh Shem Shai, you have to feel that pain and carry the burden, because that's the job, man. You can't have emotions when you're serving the Lord. You just got to do what you're supposed to do. And you know what? The Lord will reward you for the sacrifices that you make.
I got a precept on what you said.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll get it after.
You finish it. I got
All
a
right.
precept.
In Zechariah chapter 9 and 13, when I have bent Judah for me, filled the bow with Ephraim,
2 or 3 at a time.
and raised up thy sons, O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece, and made thee as the sword of a mighty man.
Hey, break it down, Baba.
Yeah, so Yahweh Hashem Shai, he gonna raise up these people, man, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, as a mighty weapon. All right, it says, when I have bent the bow with Judah and filled that bow with Ephraim. So he's gonna get the southern kingdom in line, and then the northern kingdom gonna get their act together, and they're gonna come back together as one nation to ride on their enemies, man.
Right.
Right on all you heathens, man. All right, enemy number one, Esau, the so-called white race. And then all you other heathens, man. You so-called Africans, so-called Chinese, so-called Japanese, so-called Arabs, okay, so-called Middle Eastern. Yahweh Shem Shai gonna raise us up, our people, against you. And it said, against thy sons, O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece. Zion is us, Greece is Esau, the Edomites. That's how they came into power, as Alexander the Greek. So when this scripture is talking about thy sons, O Greece, it's referring to Esau. And the Lord said he's going to make us as a sword of a mighty man against you Edomites, man.
That's right.
So when the race wars do pop off, these people are going to be headhunting Edomites, man. Headhunting all these other nations out here. These stinky ass Elamites, man. East Indians, man. Fijians, whatever you call them, man. All right, the Lord gonna put the power on our people to smash you, man.
You got a script.
Go ahead, bro.
Jeremiah 51 and 20. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war.
Yeah, we're his battle axe and weapons of war. And what do you do with the battle axe? What do you do with the weapon of war? Go ahead, Doc.
It says, for with thee will I break in pieces the nations.
For with thee will I break in pieces nations, man. See, when the Lord had a problem with a certain nation back in the ancient world, who did he use to go take them down? These people, man. When them Canaanites were in the land of Canaan, which is known to you people today as Israel, when you were dwelling there, you Canaanites, which are you Africans, you were doing all kinds of wickedness to where the Lord said, hey, I'm going to send my people there to go jack them up. And when we went there, he said to kill every Canaanite in sight, not to spare any of them. So you people think, oh, the Lord is just all peace, he loves everybody. If that was the case, how come we're catching hell? All right? If that was the case, how come there's so much violence in the earth? The Lord is with it, man. He's with what's taking place. He sanctioned it. And what he's also going to sanction in due time is these people riding on their enemies, man. Okay? Go ahead.
This is Exodus 15 and 3. The Lord is a man of war. Yahweh is his name.
And that's our God. Our God, our Heavenly Father, Yahweh, he is a man of war. And somebody that's with war, they're with everything that's taking place when it comes to war. Like right now, you got China shooting missiles at the U.S. The U.S. talking about invading Iran.